This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
Loving that one. Mahalia LMA, What You Did. My name's Aurie Styla. This is BBC Radio London, The Scene. Got my next guest in the building, chilling, and brought me some gifts. Some little chocolates bits. See, just to my last guest today, people bring in stuff here this way rather than saying they need Prosecco that way. Well, I'm going to get in trouble for that later on. Anyhow, what's going on? TV and radio presenter and extraordinaire in understanding the property market. You'll find out in just a bit. Miss Scarlett Douglas, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How you been?
I've been all right. I've been away travelling as always.
As always, you're never in one place for any period longer than maybe 2 to 3 weeks even.
Correct.
I'll give you. Where'd you just come back from?
I was in Murcia, so Safina. It's kind of near Alicante way, Spain basically. I was in Spain.
Okay, those first three names, I had no idea what you said.
I was in Spain.
All I heard was Murcia, Alicante.
So, yeah, Safina.
Safina, and then all I just thought, they sound like girls I know from East London. I don't know. And then all of a sudden you said Spain. I was like, okay,
there we go.
Sense.
That's
was that for a place in the sun?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Oh, nice. How was it this time?
It was really good. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what happened, but it was a good ending. I'm going to say that much.
A good ending. I'm going to take a guess because you didn't say it. I'll say it means they bought the property, whichever one that is.
Well, we'll have to wait.
We'll have to wait and see. All right. First, we already mentioned it, A Place in the Sun. Tell us A Place in the Sun. What is that about for those who may not have seen it? And if you haven't, you're crazy. What's A Place in the Sun?
Okay, basically, it is not the Stevie Wonder song, although I feel like they should have that as the
That
tune.
would be a good theme
That
tune.
would be a great theme tune, but it's not. It's a show on Channel 4 where I help people buy holiday homes abroad, basically. So it could be a holiday home, it could be a retirement property, but they just want to move abroad and be somewhere sunny.
Okay. Interesting thing is you're the presenter for the show. One, I think, is how many presenters are there?
There are 7 of us now.
7 of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're one of the 7 presenters, but from what I know as well, you actually have a keen interest on property as well.
Yes. So I had to have an expertise in property to be able to get the job. So I've been a property developer since I was 25.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was.
A year or two ago, right? I'll just say that.
Thanks.
A year or two ago.
That's nice, thank you.
Go.
So I've been doing property for quite a few years now. And it was funny because I did musical theatre before and I wanted to get into presenting. And the 2 choices I was given was you can either use an expertise or you can go on Love Island. And I was like, I think I'm going to use an expertise.
You can go, wait, hold on.
That was.
They really said you can either use your expertise or go on Love Island.
And that was from like a big presenting agent as well. I'm not going to name them, but like a big agency.
That doesn't sound like a quality agency
wow.
Wow.
But I mean, you say that. Look at some of the people from Love Island doing really well.
I guess so, but I guess with that, telling people who have an expertise or could potentially have an expertise and use that, I wouldn't even pitch going on Love Island if you also have something like other tools in your box.
Well, yeah. Anyway, those are my 2 options. I decided I was going to try and use my expertise. And I went to my actual agent at the time and told her that this is what I did. She never knew because obviously, as far as she knew, I was just doing jazz hands 8 shows a week. And then she was like, right, use your expertise. Let's put you forward for A Place in the Sun. They just saw that a casting had come through for it and I did a screen test and then, I got the job. So it's like my first ever presenting job, which is on Channel 4 daytime, one of the longest running shows I think on Channel 4.
Yeah?
One of their most prestigious. So I was well chuffed.
I mean, this is something that I've said to you this before. You said longest running shows. My mum loves that show.
Yes, she does.
My mum
Shout
loves
out
that
to your
show.
mum.
Shout out to Mumsy. She actually loves that show. So I've watched it a few times because it's daytime. And
It is daytime.
I'm normally out and about. But if I'm at home, I've seen like a few programs like that. That's the one I go, you know what? I wouldn't mind a yard in Murcia.
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 Cool.
I
but
said
you
it.
tried.
I tried it. I'll be getting names wrong all day today, it seems.
I
So I'm
heard.
going to get in trouble. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to get in trouble for that later on again. Like you said, you was in musical theatre before, so you were a singer and dancer and actress before you were
Yes.
doing presenting. Tell us a little bit about that.
I was a triple threat, babe.
Triple threat.
I went to Performing Arts College at the age of 16 and studied for 3 years, so I was 19.
Okay.
And then I did musicals for 8 years. And I always vowed I'd do 10 years and then I was going to find another career choice or career path. And after 8 years, the last musical I was in was called I Can't Sing, the X Factor musical.
Wait. I can't sing.
Yeah.
Break that
yeah.
one down. Wait, hold
I
on.
know. In fact, it was called I Can't Sing, so most people thought it was all the X Factor rejects putting on a show at the London Palladium.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was a show that Harry Hill wrote, Simon Cowell produced it, and it was basically about a girl who didn't think she could sing, was really, really poor, and the only way she could help her and her dad out of poverty was to go on the X Factor. And she goes on, she's like, but I can't really sing. And then she's singing this song and she's like, I can't sing. And she keeps singing and then it's just amazing and it's insane. And then she wins the competition. But that girl, the lead role in that was Cynthia Erivo, who is, you know, blowing up in the States at the moment. She's playing Harriet Tubman. She's just been confirmed to be playing Aretha Franklin, like on a biopic. So she's smashing life. And I was her understudy, basically. Okay. So that was the last musical I did. It was supposed to do a year. Ended up doing 2.5 months. We got 2-week notice. And they were like, yeah, the show is just not selling. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? I just bought a property to develop. And I was like, I need the money from this to kind of do that up. And then luckily I auditioned for Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway show, which went on an arena tour and I was back in dancing for them. And then when I was with them, I was like, this is what I want to do because they're just like gods at presenting. And they were the ones that inspired me to really focus on presenting. So
Nice. Good people to have as I would say
great
role models,
peeps.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So they really helped me. They got me meetings and yeah, they were brilliant. So hands down, 2 of the best guys I've met in this industry.
And if I'm right in saying you've interviewed a load of people. I mean, having them as role models and be able to go, yeah, they kind of put me in the right direction. Mate, you've listed Cherry Healey, Sophie Ellis Beck. I always say Baxter. It's Sophie Ellis Bextor, Mel C, and Olympian gold medalist Helen Glover and Helen Stanning as well. A lot of Helens there.
Yeah, a lot of Helens, yeah. I've been really lucky. That was at Stylist Live, I think, 3 years ago. 3 years ago today, on today's date.
Oh, serious? Happy anniversary.
Thank you. It came up today on my gram. Am I allowed to shout out the gram? I'm going to shout out.
Yeah, you're going to shout out the gram.
Okay,
that's
cool.
fine.
And yeah, it's been great. I've interviewed some really cool people. I've been very lucky. I've only been presenting for 4 years and it's been going really well. So hopefully it continues to blossom.
I think it's good that you have something as I wouldn't say it's not even a side hustle. It's just the fact that you are in property and it's not just a thing you've taken the expertise and said, well, I can present and do this. You say, oh, I'm going to keep my property stuff going. I think that's amazing as well. Like, being able to juggle the two, though, is it because you're never in the country?
No, it's hard.
I can imagine it's not easy, yeah.
But luckily, so I have a property company with my brother, my eldest brother, Stuart, who was the one that got me into property development in the first place. So we have a company called Kindred Elite, and we develop people's properties for them, basically. So if we're not doing our own, we're doing other people's, and if I'm not in the country, he's pretty much the project manager. So he will deal with working with the architect, how they're going to restructure a property, and then I'm the finishing touch person. I put the cherry on the cake, so I do the interior design. So he does the most important parts. Well, my bit's the most important part, but he does like some of the important bits.
He does the foundation, it's just necessary. Yeah.
And then I come and make everything look perfect. So it's cool. It works really well. So it's doable in that respect. If it was just me on my own, I don't think I'd be able to do it. In fact, I know I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm hardly ever here.
I'm thinking, doing that. I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, 2 of a kind productions as well.
Yeah, so I have a
How are you
production
juggling
company.
everything? I thought I get busy, right? But there's sometimes I hear people that get busy. I'm like, yo, you need to. How are you going to breathe? How are you going to relax?
Yeah, well,
2 of a kind productions. Tell us about that as well.
Okay, so I have a production company, 2 of a kind productions, with my business partner, Christian Parton. And it's basically because I want to be able to present my own shows. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I produce my own shows.
Amen.
So we started last year. We did like a little mini talent show thing last year, which went well, which was stuck on YouTube. It was supposed to be a pilot and we ended up doing like a full series, 10 episode series. And we have just signed up with Tiger Aspect and Endemol Shine to bring a new reality TV show to everybody's TV screens.
Can you say anything about it?
That's all I can say. I think that's all I can say. I probably said too much already and I'm probably going to get a call like, Scarlett, you definitely said too much.
Oh, is it?
But
I'm definitely asking when the mics go off, like more details.
We have a meeting on Wednesday about it.
Okay.
In terms of exactly where we're pitching it. So yes, when I have that meeting and I know what's going on, you can bring me in again and then I can tell you more.
Okay. Oh, do you see? Just pre-booking your next time slot to come in. Okay, fair. I don't mind that. That's not a problem. Again, I'm just surprised how you can juggle all of that. I mean, with 2 of a kind productions. I mean, isn't that going to take up time in terms of producing shows whilst also being around the world in a place in the sun? How are you going to juggle the 2?
Well, sorry, go on.
And can you, I mean, with these things, can you be on 2 shows at the same time so regularly?
Definitely. Things are so easy now. You've got emails, you've got phone calls, you've got Skype, you've got video, whatever. And I'm very good at delegating work. It's like the best thing that I've learned in life is just pass on your work to someone else. So that's why with Kindred Elite, I've got my brother. With 2 of a kinds, I've got my best friend. So it's kind of like, here you go, you do this, you do that. And then what I can do it when I've got the time, basically. And they're both very responsible adults. Sometimes I think I'm not really an adult because I'm not very responsible. But they make sure that the important things are sorted out. And then again, I just do the cherry on top bits. I basically just turn up to meetings, smile. I'm like, haha, hi. Then,
Fair enough.
And then that's it.
So you let them do the groundwork, and then you just take some of the praise by just walking in and
exactly.
smiling. It's a good way to have it. If that's how you got it, then do what you got to do then.
Yeah.
And am I right in saying next year, or is it this year actually? I'm sure I need to double check because this could be it's next year.
Okay.
Last minute holiday secrets.
Oh, where did you get that inside?
Don't worry about where I get my
from?
information from. Do you know what building you're in? Yeah, do you know what building you're in?
Everybody knows the gossip.
Listen, so yeah, last minute holiday secrets. What is that about?
Yes. Again, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but oh well. It's a brand new Channel 4 show. It's prime time, which is very exciting.
Nice.
So I'm going from daytime
Congrats.
to prime time. Thank you. Still doing A Place in the Sun. But yeah, this show I get to travel again with the channel, and it's all about, should you book a last minute holiday or should you book in advance? Are there really pros from booking last minute? Can you save a lot of money from it? Or should you just book in advance? You don't have to worry about the stress and hassle. And I feel like that's pretty much all I can say. I just know it's going to be out in the new year. I don't have the exact date yet. But again, when you invite me on the next time, after the next time, I'll give you more info.
Okay. Any places? I mean, I know one place you love, and that is Jamaica, right? Any other places that you would, holiday places, destinations?
Aruba.
Aruba?
Yeah.
Why Aruba?
It's just like, I don't know, it's the most picturesque place I've ever been. So I got to go there with A Place in the Sun. So when I first started, we did a lot of Caribbean shows, and we would like spend 4 or 5 weeks at a time in the Caribbean, just island hopping. And I've done loads. I've done Grenada, St. Kitts, Nevis, Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados. Like, I've just been to loads of places. And Aruba had this kind of, I don't know, it was a mix between Miami meeting a Caribbean island, what you'd imagine a Caribbean island to be like.
Okay.
And there are pink flamingos that are in the sea, like just next to you whilst you're having a cocktail. The sand is like flour. It's white and soft underneath your feet. And you've got the rush of the azure sea just like coming in and out, and the palm trees. It was amazing.
Does anyone right now really feel like going on holiday just like I do, just hearing her describe where she's been in Aruba and what it's like?
Yeah,
wow.
It's lovely. And inland is quite deserted, so it's full of cacti, and you can go off-road quad biking, and then literally just go out by 20 minutes and you're right by the coast and by the sea. So Aruba, if anyone's listening, head to Aruba if you can.
Okay, and it'll be places like that hopefully we'll see on Last Minute Holiday Secrets, and you'll be telling us little things you can and can't do to have save money, or even if it's better to book late and that. Okay, I'll look forward to that. I look forward to that. Okay, well.
Wait. Where's your favourite place?
Do I have a favourite place? I don't know if I have one. I know it sounds bad. Emotionally attached to places around the world. I don't really have a favourite place.
Okay.
I don't.
If you were going to book a flight right now, I was like, right, we can go anywhere in the world. Go.
Maybe Crete. Maybe Crete. It's so basic.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're going to take Crete over like Bahamas, Cayman Islands, Seychelles.
So, do you know what it is, right? If it's a quick flight to go somewhere, I have to kind of prep myself for flights that are going to be longer than like 7-8 hours, right? I enjoy the flight bit, but I'd say Crete only because when I've been twice. I've only been to perform, but I haven't visited the island enough. But every time I go there, there's always an aura of, I want to come back here and really experience this island. So for me right now, it'd be Crete. So basic, I know in some people's eyes that's not enough. Basic, yeah, but for me, it's like, you find gems in places that you may not have even thought are places that you should go to, because you feel like, it's only down the road, it's only a few hours away. But remember, in America, Crete is how far away?
Yeah, that's
true.
So
to an American, going somewhere like Crete is really exotic. It's not about how far away it is. Sometimes it's just going places and going, have I really experienced the entire place? So for me, I'm going to say Crete now. Because my other place I would say that I've been way too many times is like all over the UAE. And that I would know, I'd just go because of familiarity. Whereas Caribbean, I would say if I go there, I feel like I'm copping out, because it's like, I've been Caribbean enough times. It's like, you're going to a place you already know. Show me somewhere that you don't know. And I feel like I haven't experienced Crete properly. That's why. Okay. We're going to go to news in a sec. What's your social media? Let people know how they can follow you.
I'm mainly on Instagram. It's at Miss Scar Doug for Scarlett Douglas. So yeah, check me out on Insta. Nice. And you're going to hang around for a little bit with us? No problem. Scarlett Douglas is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to the news in a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. I've got a third guest who's going to do a live performance whilst he's in the building. And we're going to talk some hot topics with my guests who've already been in here. We'll see you on the other side of the news. This is Aurie Styla. Don't go anywhere.
Chat to you in a second, people.